a family thing on my dead homie, folks.
We ain't doing no gang banging, no gang nothing.
FSG shit, being my shit, TossNem shit, man. Whole lot of 39 block boy shit.
Long live them Miller, man. This is the stamp, bro.
This is the biggest snake, bro. Nobody gonna snake us. We the biggest.
Nah, man. Long live Princess Naya, man. Y'all know.
Man, these TossNem shorties got into it with almost everybody. And truth is, they wasn't really ready for what comes with that. 13 and 14-year-old kids getting spanked back to back to back. But don't get it twisted, they was putting in work too. Before we jump into it, shout out to the real ones. Clap that like button and keep rocking with me, gang. You already know how we coming. We do it the hood edition way. And today we taking a deep dive into the story of one of the most hated sets out west, TossNem. First, you gotta understand where this all started. We talking about the west side of Chicago, West Garfield Park, the literal motherland and birthplace of the four-corner hustlers. The 3800 and 3900, stretching from Adams and Pulaski all the way to Wilcox and Springfield, running down Jackson and Springfield from Gladys to Van Buren. But their main block, that's Madison and Springfield. TossNem been around since the early 2000s. Back when the set first clicked up, the OGs called it Springfield-Madison Gang. It was mostly fours with a few traveling vice lords mixed in. But over the years, they also went by Springfield Boys, MNS, FSG, Lavender Mob, SosaDrive, 3800, 3900, Trello Gang, and Hottie Boys. Nowadays, that block is split into 3 different gens, but it's all the same bloodline. MNS, 30 plus, the OGs who ran the business. FSG/SosaDrive, 20 plus, the middle generation. TossNem, 12 to 20, the shorties in the field right now. Out west, those older heads built a reputation off throwing the biggest block parties, moving serious weight, and getting crazy money. To them, violence was strictly business. You only pulled that trigger to protect the turf or defend the money. Their hood was deep as hell, but it was slimy. Then 2020 hit, the shorties took the wheel, and everything changed. As the OGs got locked up or stepped back, a new wave stepped in. Over 100 shorties deep, raised in the drill era. These TossNem shorties, kids from 12 to 20 years old, wanted to prove they was bigger men than the older heads. They named the subset TossNem, standing for Toss On Some Snoozin', Never Forget Members. They kept the 4CH roots, but nowadays the shorties be claiming TVL heavy, and they toss the old school money first mindset straight out the window. To these new YNs, money wasn't the goal anymore. Bodies was currency for clout. They jumped straight into the field toting Dracos and switches, sliding on missions without thinking twice about the consequences. They had no problem taking decades behind the wall or even getting spanked, just reckless. They clicked up with TTU, BTBG, VB, and Danny Mob, and they beef with K-Town, WMG, Low Block, Spinal, BKN, and the Jungles. But their main ops, PoppyGang. The OGs ran a business, the shorties built the body count. They wanted that street reputation, but war carries a price tag. When you get into it with sets that been in the field for decades, it always ends the same way. These shorties had to learn the hard way, and TossNem started losing kids back to back. The real bloodshed started back in 2013 with one shorty, 14-year-old Lavender Hearns, aka Fat Shorty from Springfield Boys. Fat Shorty had heavy street roots. He was blood related to Odie Perry. The legend O-Block was named after when he dropped. It was August 25th, 2013, late Sunday night on the 4000 block of West Wilcox and D-Block hood. Fat Shorty was standing in a vacant lot, hours before his first day of high school at Manly. Out of nowhere, shots rang out, catching him multiple times in the chest. By 9 a.m. Monday morning, he was pronounced dead at Mount Sinai. He dropped just a block away from Melody Elementary, right along a safe passage route where kids were walking to school that same morning. Word on the street? Allegedly, Fro Gang, a GD set, was behind that work. From that day on, the Springfield boys started going by FSG, Fat Shorty Gang, and Lavender Mob in his honor.
A long little event, a long little trail, man. 3800 Glock boys, man. Y'all know we coming, man.
August 23rd, 2019, right around 12:20 a.m. Tyree Burnett, aka Sosa, just 19 years old. Sosa was repping both MNS and FSG. Late Friday night on the 3800 block of West Adams, right in the heart of the hood, shot spotter went off. 12 pulled up and found Sosa lying in the street with a bullet to the head. They rushed him to Stroger, but he ain't make it. Word on the street? SMG, a solid 4 CH set, allegedly put in that work. After Sosa dropped, FSG started repping SosaDrive in his honor. Back then, TossNem used to be cool with another set named PoppyGang over in Lawndale, both sets running under that same solid 4 CH nation. But one hit sparked a bloody war between the two sets, turning PoppyGang into TossNem's main ops.
Stop flossing, y'all know what's to us. PoppyGang, y'all know. Y'all know what the fuck to us. So my dead homie, somehow we won't come over there. Y'all know that's really ours.
TossNem, they not on them niggas just across the bridge, man. They ain't been this bitch not once.
June 21st, 2020. Broad daylight, right around 12 p.m. noon. Eric McNair, aka Lil Eric or Honcho, 20 years old. Lil Eric was repping both sides, claiming FSG/TossNem and PoppyGang at the exact same time. He was standing right on the 3800 block of West Adams, TossNem territory, when shots broke out. Multiple shooters let it spray, hitting Lil Eric straight in the chest before dipping on foot. He was rushed to Stroger, but pronounced dead shortly after. Word on the street, TossNem allegedly backdoored him right there on his own block. That single backdoor flipped the whole alliance overnight, sparking a deadly non-stop war with PoppyGang that's still claiming bodies today. July 20th, 2020, late night, right around 10:25 p.m. Malcolm Merity, aka Faux Buddy or Ace, 25 years old. Malcolm was a respected face from FSG and TossNem. He was catching a breeze with a girl on the 300 block of South Springfield when a black sedan rolled up real slow. Whoever was inside let it spray in a drive-by. The girl got grazed, but Malcolm took heavy lead straight to the chest. They rushed him to Mount Sinai in critical condition, but he didn't make it through the night. Word on the street, K-Town, a deep GD set, allegedly put in that work. The dissing got so disrespectfully loud, K-Town even dropped it in a drill track, spitting, "What the f is TossNem? They got Malcolm clapped. It's been 3 years. Nick spin back."
Facts. What the fuck is TossNem? They got Malcolm clapped. It been 3 years. Tell her spin back. These all facts.
May 8th, 2021, right around 9:30 p.m. Eddie Thigpen, known on the block as Rondo or Nine, just 14 years old. Nine was a young, beloved shorty from TossNem. He was standing right around Madison in Springfield near the Aldi parking lot when shots rang out. 12 found him bleeding out from a bullet to the abdomen. The hit was so severe he couldn't even tell officers what went down before he passed at Mount Sinai.
We now know the identity of the teenager fatally shot in the West Garfield Park neighborhood. 14-year-old Eddie Thigpen was shot near Springfield and Madison around 9:30 last night. Several bullets struck him in the stomach and he died at Mount Sinai Hospital. Police have made no arrest.
Word on the street, PoppyGang allegedly stood behind that work. When Nine dropped, it broke the shorties' hearts. The whole block went cold, tattoos went up, RIP posts flooded the timeline, and his name was stamped on the block forever.
Long live Nine, man. Long live
TossNem shit gang.
I know what the fuck going on, man.
Hey, long number 9, that shit ain't cool. They to my fucking slime, but it's flying. We gon' get them lows and all you niggas how you.
May 21st, 2021. Less than 2 weeks after Nine dropped, right around 11:50 p.m. Dejan Gator, aka Capo from PoppyGang, just 15 years old. Capo was chilling on a front porch on the 3900 block of West Lexington when two shooters crept up on foot and let it spray. Capo got hit multiple times right there on the porch and didn't make it. Word on the street, that was direct get back for 9, with TossNem allegedly putting in that work. July 1st, 2021, broad daylight, right around 4:15 p.m. in the afternoon. Donnell McCullough, aka Lil D or Decca from PoppyGang, 25 years old. Lil D was posting up on a porch on the 4000 block of West Van Buren, right on that hot borderline between TossNem and Tone World. A whip slid up past the block real slow, and someone from inside let it spray in a drive-by, head tapping Lil D right there on the porch. He dropped instantly, dead before 12, but paramedics could even pull up. Word on the street, TossNem allegedly scored on their main ops, marking another heavy blow to PoppyGang. February 18, 2022. Broad daylight, right around 4:30 p.m. Maurice Morris Jr., aka Little Spark from PoppyGang, just 18 years old. Lil Spark was posting up on the sidewalk on the 3900 block of West Arthington, deep inside PoppyGang territory, when a shooter caught him lacking and let it fly. Lil Spark got hit straight in the head and chest before he could even react. They rushed him to Mount Sinai, but the damage was done. Word on the street, TossNem allegedly caught another hat on their main ops, dropping Lil Spark right in the heart of his own hood. April 27, 2022, early morning, right around 4:20 a.m. Jaquan Sanders, aka Baby Joker from TossNem, just 16 years old. Baby Joker was out on the 3900 block of West Jackson when a white van pulled up. Word initially went around that it was an op hit from a drive-by, leaving the shorty head tap before being rushed to Stroger where he passed. But the street chatter cleared up real quick. This wasn't PoppyGang work. Baby Joker got caught up trying to carjack an Uber driver, and that civilian let it fly to protect his own whip. June 26, 2022. Broad daylight, right around 1:20 p.m. Jeremiah McDaniel, aka Draco from PoppyGang, just 17 years old. Draco was riding the 53 Pulaski CTA bus through TossNem territory alongside another shorty when two mass shooters hopped on board, walked straight to the back, and let it spray. Both got caught in the crossfire. That second shorty was left wounded, but they head tapped Draco, stretching him right there on the bus. They rushed him to Mount Sinai Hospital, but he was pronounced DOA. The streets went wild over this one. Word got out that this hit wasn't random. It was payback after a video went viral showing Draco disrespecting and pissing on Nine's grave. TossNem allegedly stood tall behind that hit, settling that disrespect in cold blood. June 16th, 2023, right around 6:30 p.m. on a Friday evening. Gabriel Baker, aka Tank from FSG and TossNem, 26 years old. Tank was posting up on the sidewalk on the 3900 block of West Gladys, right in the middle of his own hood, when shots echoed through the block. Tank took direct lead straight to the lower back and collapsed right there on the pavement. They rushed him to Mount Sinai Hospital, but he was pronounced dead shortly after. Word on the street, the op slid deep into TossNem territory to catch a big name lacking, scoring a heavy response in that non-stop cycle of get back. August 26, 2023, early morning, right around 4 a.m. Jerry Devontae Carter, aka Pistol P from FSG and TossNem, 30 years old. Pistol P was posting up in the 2500 block of West Monroe when a shooter caught him lacking with a switch and let it spray. Pistol P took lead straight to the chin and ankle before collapsing on the scene. They rushed him to Stroger Hospital, but he ended up passing away shortly after. November 12, 2023. Broad daylight, right around 11:30 a.m. Damian Johnson, aka D-Man or Two Turnt from Low Block, just 20 years old. TossNem and Low Block used to be cool, both throwing up solid fours. But everything turned upside down on the 3900 block of West Jackson deep inside TossNem territory. D-Man was standing outside when he took multiple shots at point-blank range, stretching him right on the block before being pronounced dead at the hospital. The streets instantly blew up. Word came out that this wasn't no op hit. TossNem Shorty's backdoor D-Man in cold blood. And from that day on, the war between TossNem and Low Block was officially on. March 31st, 2024, Easter Sunday, right around 3 p.m. John Veer McKeer, aka Spark from Drake family, just 16 years old. Spark used to run with TossNem and BTBG, but after allegations of snitching surfaced, he flipped over to Drake family. On North Laverne in Austin, a stolen whip pulled up on Spark and 3 other shorties standing on the sidewalk. 2 shooters hopped out and let it spray. 3 shorties caught lead and survived, but Spark got head tapped. They rushed him to Mount Sinai in critical condition, but he passed from his injury.
We have breaking news. A 16-year-old boy is dead. 3 other people hurt after a shooting in the Austin neighborhood. You can see police tape and evidence markers covering the intersection of Ferdinand and Laverne earlier this afternoon. Chicago police say 4 people were standing on the sidewalk when a car pulled up. 2 people stepped out, then opened fire. The teenager was shot in the head, rushed to Mount Sinai Hospital, where he later died. 3 other men were shot, but are expected to recover. So far, no arrests have been made.
This time, the getaway failed. CPD caught the whip fleeing north on Laverne and locked down 3 TossNem hitters, Ronnie Allen, Knowledge Lemons, and Lamont Dixon, slapping them with murder and attempted murder charges right on the spot. October 21st, 2025, broad daylight, right around 2:30 p.m. David Mason Jr., aka Lil Dave from B-Gang, just 16 years old. The street cycle hit extra cold on this one. Back in 2011, Lil Dave lost his father, B-Gang OG King Dave, to these same streets when Lil Dave was just 2 years old. 14 years later, history repeated itself. Lil Dave was posting up near the sidewalk on the 4100 block of West End in West Garfield Park when a shooter opened up, catching him with multiple shots to the head, chest, and arms. A civilian ride dropped him off at Mount Sinai Hospital, but the damage was done. He was pronounced dead on arrival. Word on the street, TossNem Shorties were allegedly the ones behind that drill. By mid-2026, the streets turned pitch black for TossNem, kicking off a deadly 3-week stretch that took 3 of their main faces back to back to back. June 12, 2026, just after 11 p.m. Jaquel Phillips, aka Jack Ball from FSG and TossNem, 28 years old. Jack Ball was posting up in the 3800 block of West Monroe and West Garfield Park alongside 2 other dudes when a whip pulled up and let it spray. All 3 took lead and hit the pavement. The other 2 survived their wounds, but Jack Ball took multiple shots to the chest and neck. They rushed him to Mount Sinai Hospital, but he was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. Word on the street, PoppyGang was allegedly behind that hit. Losing Jack Ball tore TossNem apart, and the shorties were starving for immediate get back, especially a 20-year-old frontline face named Deanta Ray, aka Baby Dirk. He was a main face from TossNem, always front and center in their music videos and hood vlogs.
Free the Falls, man. F the fair. Look, you see that building right there?
Yeah.
That building on Jackson? That's my shit. That's where I grew up at. That's where my mama made me at. On Burnham, on Jackson. That's where my OG made me at. Biggest snakes, ain't nobody gonna snake us. We the biggest snakes.
June 20th, 2026, around 1:45 a.m. Baby Dirk strapped up, hopped in a plateless gray Acura alongside another shorty, and lurked deep into op territory on the 700 block of South Independence, right on the border of PoppyGang and Dale Gang. But the drill went wrong. Ops spotted the whip, caught him off guard, and let it spray in self-defense. Taking a direct lead hit to the head, Baby Dirk lost control and crashed the whip into a tree. CPD found him lying on the pavement next to the wreckage. They rushed him to Mount Sinai, where he fought on life support for 2 weeks before finally passing away on July 6, 2026. Allegedly, PoppyGang was behind that hit. Another big face down from TossNem trying to slide for his homie. Instead of scoring get back for Jackball, TossNem got hit with back-to-back losses. TossNem took the loss of Baby Dirk extra hard. The whole block showed out for his funeral, proving just how deep he was loved by the set. Out of everybody, a shorty named Juan Roberts, aka Juan, took Baby Dirk's death the hardest. They grew up together since they were super shorties. That was his day one brother. Juan posted a memorial for Baby Dirk on his story, but deep down, he knew his clock was ticking. A week before he passed, Juan texted his girlfriend, leaving messages for what to do when he got took out. July 7, 2026, around 9:56 a.m., literally one day after Baby Dirk was taken off life support. Juan strapped up and slid straight back into that same PoppyGang and Dale Gang territory off the 3,400 block of West Polk. He went for get back, but just like Baby Dirk, the drill went wrong. PoppyGang caught him in the alley and let it spray, hitting Juan multiple times. They rushed him to Illinois Masonic Hospital, but at just 20 years old, he was pronounced dead. In a cold 3-week span, TossNem lost 3 major faces back to back to back. Rest in peace to everybody who lost their lives in this war, and pray for the city of Chicago, cause this cycle never stops spinning. You locked in with Hood Edition. We out.